Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day. And today we are going to be getting ourselves some mines. You really need to get some steady income of iron ore and rocks coming in. We do, of course, have a couple around town that we could grab, but it's just not quite enough. We need to allocate some people to that. We also, of course, need to allocate some people to some logs, but that's another kettle of fish we'll worry about later. I got a couple people going around town picking up some rocks to finish up the houses that we have over here. You can see we got a couple more done, and I have put people in each one of these buildings around here that is ready to go. So we're getting there with that. But I thought these would be good to get going today. We can get our mine and we can get our quarry going. Mine, of course, remember, has to be inside a rock, mount anything like this. If we can get it just right, it will work. There we go, there's one. So we'll do that right there. That's going to be our iron ore. Coal would also be something good to get into if we could find another spot close by on this mountain, maybe. Nope. We'll worry about that in a minute. But let's get our quarry up and running as well. I think this is going to be really beneficial for the town to have these things working. I rotated it like that so I can continue to run a road this way, and then we can snake our way up this way and have like this. That action, beautiful. And then we'll go up this way, and then we'll tie it in over here. About right in there, like so. There we go. A couple ways around town to get in there, and then of course, since we're doing our open warehouses all over the place, we'll plop one in right there, and maybe we can even sneak another little one right there. Okay, that'll work. Little spot for some rocks and things. We'll get these guys built up. They can be upgraded to be infinite, so that's something that we're definitely going to be doing eventually here, but that's going to be a while. We still don't have those techs learned, so we'll have to do that in a bit. So we got this other spot over here that I think would be good. It should work for rocks somewhere in here, right? We could also be getting ourselves into some silver, which then we could start making some silver coins and really get into the trade business here. We have a couple things going on with silver coins, but not a whole lot. That mountain sucks. It doesn't work at all. Maybe we could get like, if we could move that there, but nah. But we'll get this mountain in somewhere around here, so someplace. How about that? There we go. Okay. Right. We'll get the mountain in right there. Or that mine in right there, and that mountain. And then, of course, we're going to have to tie a little road into it. And that is going to be well on the way. So we're good. I've noticed a couple of little boxes that float down the river. So if you're playing this, keep your eyes peeled. It's another event type thing. I haven't been able to see what's up with them because you need fishing nets. So if you're playing on your own and you have fishing nets, keep your eyes peeled on your river. Find some of those boxes. Tell me what you got in them. Okay, so let's see. We are doing pretty good on food. Beverages, water is getting a little bit low. Oh, and we got a red boy for tools. I didn't even notice tools. Okay, so that means we are going to be needing to kick this up a notch, like Emerald used to say. Look at all these red tools everywhere. Oh boy. We'll plop another person into the blacksmith. Oh, it's because we haven't had iron ore for so long. Oh boy, I totally just neglected to think about iron ore right there. So we'll grab some of these guys. And some of these guys. Well, we're doing pretty good on stone, but we'll need it for these. We'll grab that. We can grab this, and these, one of those. And we'll just get that coming in. So these mines and the quarries are going to take quite a while to get built. I don't think I have the logs for them. Oh, we have both things. Okay, never mind. It's still going to take a minute to get built. We don't have a whole lot of builders. I think only the two. Yeah. And they're busy with the houses over here, so that'll be some time. So we're going to get another technology point here. I'm going to take a peek at the technology and we'll get some of this stuff mined up, get our mines going, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We just got some immigrants that pulled up, so we're going to prove those peeps as well. We got 11 more. We really needed the workers because we had a salt maker that froze to death. We had a couple other things that happened. So we're going to get that salt maker replaced right now, and I only need the one, so that's what we're going to do. And over on this side of town, we have our mine built and our quarry built. And I'm going to put one person into this mine here so we can get started here. I don't want to fill these up yet because we're so tight on workers. We're getting to the point now in the town where our people are growing up, and being at a good pace. It's coming at a good pace where we're replacing the people that are dying off. So it's still slow, but it's getting better. We got one more person in the ferry to, you know, add some more cutlery to our inventory to sell. Then we have a ship on the way, so that'll be great. Looks like we have a farm or a yield from fields increase coming up, and a fire coming up, but I'm not worried about that at all because that doesn't really do anything ever. But I do want to show you we got new livestock, buffaloes. So finally we got our buffalo, and that's what this pasture is for, but we are of course low on timber. So with our tech points, I'm really trying to decide if I want to just go for the tree farms, because they are just so amazing and that would just solve our tree problems. And I'm really thinking about it, but we need 4 points to do that. So if we go to agriculture here, we got apiary grove, nursery, and then forest farm. So if we went down this tree, it has the benefits of the nursery, herb seeds, and then the forest farm. So I'm really thinking that that's going to be our play next, but I think we'll just hold off for now until we get at least 3 points. You know what, screw it, let's do it. We'll get the apiary, we'll get the grove, and then we'll get the nursery on the next point. So what's cool about the apiary and the gatherer and the logging camp, which I hadn't really done before, is, so we know that this is also a comment, is where I got this from. We know that the logging camp you can toggle these off, right? So tree felling is enabled, so that means they're going to cut trees. If you turn this off, that means they won't cut trees, but they will be planting trees. So what you could do is this whole circle, you could just have plant on, and then that's going to make the gathering station and the apiary go crazy because they like the mature trees. So you're just going to have a ton of mature trees, and I think that's what we're going to be doing with our apiary up here. So, you know, it does take away from the circle, you know, the actual like square footage or whatever of the trees that would be there when you put a building down, but it's kind of just kind of how it is. So we'll get that on the way. It's gonna take a moment, and it looks like we got our administrator's term of office is up. So let's see what we got here. New livestock, acquired cattle, and accidental death rate minus 50%. Let's go with the cattle. So remember, the cattle is not cows. So this is not going to be giving us butter and milk and all those fun things. It is just going to be giving us beef, which is fine. It's just another food source, and we could definitely have that. It wouldn't hurt anything. I did notice in our graphs that we are both red in food and in beverages. So beverages is just mostly water at this point. We have a little bit of spirits going on, but not a ton. So it's something we got to keep track of. We do have a couple of for water, we do have a couple of our big wells that are open places. Like we could put 2 more people in water. And I do have one more on the way over here. It's paused right now, so I guess it's not really on the way, but it could be on the way. We did have water over here, so these wells were supplying both sides of the town, but it looks like that is not really the case anymore in storage, but you can see in the marketplace we do have water. So it is okay. I'm probably not going to put this in for a while yet, because we can put those 2 people in, like I said, and we can take care of both sides of the town with water. I mean, look at this whole thing is full of water over here, so we're pretty good on that front, I think. Oh, let's see what our merchant ship brought us. We'll slow this down so it doesn't pull away. Salt and ink books. Books could be good. Coal, I'm tempted to get coal because that would be our domestic fuel, but I think we will just let this guy go for now. And when the traveling merchant comes back, I've seen it like 2 or 3 times. Then we'll just click on that guy and we'll see what it can give us. I haven't had, well, actually maybe not, because we needed silver coins. I wish I could sell the stuff for straight up silver coins, but I guess I can't do that. So that means, you know, we're gonna have to go into the silver mine and then mint and do all that stuff, but that's a ways out, as we had mentioned. This is getting built, so that's gonna be great. So when I all of a sudden don't have any workers, we'll know where they went to. What's the last year 3, current year 24? Okay, so that hasn't been in long enough to tell me any good data at this point. So again, we're just kind of waiting on stuff to get built. We could maybe put in another builder. That might not be the worst thing in the world, but look at what we're doing. We're doing pretty good with smiley faces and with hearts. Got almost, well, we're missing 3 on both, so that's pretty good. And fertility 77%, also pretty good. And our boarding house, I thought it was empty. It was empty until I took in the immigrants. So we can put in a couple more houses, probably over here. I might just fill this in with houses. I was not going to. I didn't really have another plan for what I was going to do in here, but this is kind of like the housing area, so I guess we might as well just do that. Ooh, and we could put in our grove that we just got. So the grove is for... Do we have chestnuts? We seem to always have chestnuts. Okay, we don't. So at this point, grove is pretty pointless. We don't have anything that we can use it for. So we'll just not build it. We're not going to waste the time and the materials to build it, so that's okay. We do have the 10 workers that are around town, which is really great. Oh, you know what we could do? Is we could add in another cemetery right here. I took it out because it was pretty full. There's one tombstone that was open, so I was like, meh, we'll just destroy it, and then it'll be ready for the next batch of folks. Ooh, this is going to be done in just a moment. I'll turn that back off, but we do have this as iron on the other side, I believe, right? Yep. Okay, so let's put in... I turned it off. So let's put in 2 people here. And let's go to this other side and we'll put in 1 more each. No. We'll just do that. We'll do two in the stone, 1 in the iron, 2 in the coal. And my hope with the coal is that it's going to be a domestic fuel. And it's also used for a couple other things too. I'm gonna put 3 people in the logging camp, get this thing started up, get some more wood coming in. We're still having wood problems. That's what I've been talking about this whole episode pretty much. So we can get our nursery done. Okay, that's pretty good. We just need clay for that. That's great. And this also just needs clay. So we're good to go with what we need to build it. So let's get this started. We don't have the herb seeds at the moment, so that's not going to be a thing that we can really do yet. But we could pop this guy over here. We were going to put this as farms anyways. Let's start with one. Start with 1. I know I'm gonna definitely need more, but we'll start with 1 for now. Get that started. Get this wood going as well. And you know, once it gets warm out, it's December right now, so once it gets warm out again, we will shift some of these people from our logging camp. I think I'll turn it off again, and we'll just do a bunch of harvesting of trees and just try and get a little bit of a stockpile of timber, because you can see like these guys are all cold. We have only 36 fuel in the town. It's just not very good. It's not good enough. I don't have a chopping house over here. We could, or a sawmill. We could maybe put one over here and make some domestic fuel for these guys over on this side as well, instead of having to transport it across the bridge. Make the efficiency a little bit better. I think that's something that we should do. Let's go ahead and we'll grab the sawmill as well. And we might as well put this guy kind of up over here, I'm thinking, because it's closer to the current trees, but we'll see what we do with the tree farms once we get to that point. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to get some houses in here, and we're going to get some trees cut down, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, let's get this forest farm going. Boom. And now we can finally put in our forest farm and get a little bit more breathing room on some of this dang old tree action. It's going to be great once this is up and running, and I'm sure we'll do a 10 by 10. That should be fine. And we'll do another one right there. And okay, that's a good start. So in betwixt immigrants here, I just picked one up, and here's another one coming. I've been hitting 0 again, and that kind of stinks. You know, for a little bit there, we were doing okay with births, and then people were becoming of age and being workers, and it was all great and happy and fantastic. And then I was sitting at 0, and I just kind of had to move some people around. Like, we cut down the trees, right? That was a little bit ago. But I took everybody out of all the mines, and then by the time they were done, like, cutting the trees, they were all gone. They had all been taken to replace people who died, and it was just kind of stunk. So we kind of totally lost out on a bunch of stone and iron and coal that we could have been getting, just because that's how it ended up. But anyways, we have our... thingy doodlers are ready to roll, but it looks like we need some more clay, and of course our cutlery here has been taking up our clay, so let's go ahead and we'll put another person working in our sand pit, get us some clay rolling. We got 1 more houses built over here, but look at this. Like I said, I wasn't gonna put houses in here. I wasn't planning on it, and they don't fit. So you know what I could do? I could do that, and I could do that, and we can get rid of this bottom road. No, I couldn't, because these houses are facing that way. Anyways, that's not gonna work. So that's gonna be how it is. They're gonna have trees in their backyard. They're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. So over here, we got our buffalo working, making us some leather and some beef and some poop. Need all of those things. And oh, we had a merchant ship come past, and I had like 300 cutlery in here, and we got a ton of domestic fuels, and they're gone. Wait, what is this? What is all this? Oh, that must be leathers, or the alpaca wool, or leather. I'm not sure. I thought that might be the domestic fuels. So yeah, we definitely need to get this up and running like as soon as possible here. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna update that. We're gonna get some clay rolling, and pretty soon we'll be able to get ourselves some seeds. We don't have anything here from that. So if we go over here, we can get this herb knowledge, and then we can get the herb seeds, and then we can start having our own medicine. But hopefully we'll get that on the next episode. That's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. And thanks again. Thank you for all your support on all the videos. It's fantastic and amazing. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening, day, or night.